Welcome back to Wine and Wine Real Estate Uncorked. This is our first podcast of 2026. Yay, we are back in action.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do a quick one this week, or this month, I should say.
Yeah.
Just covering some big topics that are coming into the new year, some things we have on our mind that we would love your help with, and just keeping you informed as always of things that need to be paid attention to. And of course, what's going on in the local market.
That's right.
And the local market, we consider the Bay Area, Silicon Valley.
Yep.
So why don't you give us a little scoop on what's going on?
Well, specifically in Santa Clara County, inventory still remains low. Not as low as it was in December. We're up a couple hundred homes overall. And while it's technically a seller's market, we're not seeing a whole lot of multiple offers and over asking price and everything else. It's pretty balanced between buyers and sellers, but technically a seller's market. I think there's about 1,200 homes for sale now. We were at 700 and change at the end of the year. So we're up a little bit.
Right.
But the highs of last year were 2,000. So we're...
But what event's coming that everyone always talks about?
Yes. Well, I'm assuming that you're talking about the lowering of interest rates.
No, Super Bowl.
Of course. But everything hits the market after Super Bowl. That's what we know. Historically, more homes close in April and May than any other months of the year. So it's coming. So it's happening.
And we, in all of our meetings and all the things that we're attending and coming soon's on the market, we are able to see properties that the consumers aren't able to see as coming soons. And you definitely see inventories coming. So buyers, be ready. Stuff's coming. If you're thinking about selling, it's definitely things are coming to the market. So
I forgot about the Super Bowl. The Niners aren't in it.
I know, but it is here. It's here in town.
Yeah, and crazy.
We have to watch the our rivals walk around, hawking around.
Terrible. Well, anyway, so that's kind of the market snapshot. That's kind of what's going on locally anyway in Santa Clara County.
And there was a big thing today, too, that talked about interest rates that, based on some calls that are being made on, there shouldn't be any big shift on rate drops.
Right. Well, with the new Fed chair being named and more than likely being put into place fairly quickly, he's still a interest rate hawk. He's not like, I'm going to go lower interest rates tomorrow.
Right.
But he is market savvy, which is important. And, the federal government's trying to do a lot of things, too, to help with affordability and home buying, which remains to be seen. The ability to take money out of your 401k and stuff that may be coming. And
then the Dream for All program that came out.
Yeah.
So that one's a difficult one because you have to be the first one in your family to have purchased. But what a great opportunity if you are.
Yeah. But the idea is that, supply is an issue nationwide. I mean, there is a limited supply, which California has agreed to build more homes. Unfortunately, it takes forever to build any homes in California with all the regulations here.
Right.
But the idea is if they can just keep building homes, they'll eventually get, hopefully, to a level market where prices will still go up, but not dramatically, and people can afford to get in.
Yep.
It's a difficult situation. You don't want property values to drop. Nobody does.
Right.
And that's not the answer to getting to affordability. Lower interest rates and more supply is the answer. So.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back next month with another update.
Yeah. So, but buyers are waking up. Like, you remember that. Yeah. Buyers are waking up. So they're out there. So
I think, the ones that, at least that I've talked to and the ones that you talk to in open houses and the feedback you get from other agents is the ones that have waited and waited and waited for this huge shift. At once again, people are realizing that there's not going to be this huge drop in interest rates.
Yeah.
And it really looks like it's not going to happen now. So if you have the ability to look at purchasing, do it.
Yeah. Well, it's always the right time when you're ready.
Yeah.
And people often talk about, well, I want to wait for interest rates to drop. Well, it comes down to affordability. If you can afford the mortgage payment, buy the house.
Yeah.
Because it will go up in value, and that's a part of your retirement probably.
Yeah. So. I had a friend the other day that was talking about, do you know how much I've spent in rent this year?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I do.
Exactly.
They're paying $5,800 a month.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It is when you do it over an annual basis.
And you don't get any of that back in your pocket.
You don't even get the write off the rent.
I know. Is it like a $500 exemption or something?
I don't even know what it is.
I think it's
I am not
minimal.
a tax professional, so.
It's very minimal. I know that. So.
All right, moving on though.
Anyways, moving on. Lots more conversations to be had. And of course, if anyone has any questions on anything regarding real estate, we have for you.
Absolutely. So new year, new law.
Yeah, we had the Santa Clara County Association of Realtors board in our office this morning, reminding us to remind consumers, our clients, everyone we know in regards to something very important that's coming. And it's not immediately, but soon enough that we should all be planning on what is going to happen so that people aren't surprised. So starting January 1st, 2027, a new California law that will take place is the replacement of natural gas heaters and furnaces.
Stoves, water heaters too.
Yeah, water heaters and furnaces. So and it's not if something shall break, when something shall break, you cannot replace it with the same gas that you had previously.
Has to be electric.
Right. Yeah. So what does that mean?
Well, I mean, most homes, if you look at how many homes were built in Santa Clara County pre-1970, which is a lot of homes, most of them don't have the capacity to take on more electrical appliances.
Yeah.
So if you have to replace a gas stove, a gas water heater, and a gas furnace with electric, you're more than likely going to have to probably upgrade your panel.
Yeah.
And that's an extremely expensive undertaking. It also impacts people when they sell too now, because let's just say the home warranties that we put on homes will probably not be covering that.
I would imagine.
Yeah. And it's not going to say, oh yeah, sure, we're going to replace it. And then what's the next thing that I worry about? And this is something that I don't know if everyone thinks about it. California has a huge shortage of electrical power.
Right.
So the grid probably can't even handle it.
Right.
So it's very interesting. I know that the board, our board, Santa Clara County Association of Realtors, lobbied tremendously against it. But unfortunately, it didn't
And the
go
problem
anywhere.
is there isn't a huge pushback for California because it's only 8 counties.
Right.
Is what they were speaking to in regards to this morning.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot. This is one of those things that kind of...
It's all the Bay Area counties, which is our market.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's something that, not to create a panic, but definitely awareness around the topic. Go get a new one now. So it lasts another
That's not a
30
bad
years.
idea.
That's what I would do. Go get a new one, gas one now.
That's not a bad idea.
So it lasts as long as it could.
That's not a bad idea.
But also, if you need a referral for an electrician
or an appliance salesman,
or an appliance salesman, and
I'm sorry,
a plumber,
salesperson. Yeah.
Those are something that you should have checked out so there's clarity around it, so that when something breaks, you know what it's going to cost.
Yeah.
So just wanted to bring that up.
Public service announcement.
Yeah.
PSA.
And this is something that we're really excited about. This is a topic that has always been something that we pay a lot of focus on in our business, but we're really trying to gain more coverage. And we are launching. We actually launched.
We launched, yeah.
But it's still in the works. But we launched a new Instagram and YouTube, and it's specifically on inherited homes.
What's it called? Inherited Home Solutions.
Oh, yeah. I was like, is that a trick question? No. Inherited Home Solutions is the Instagram tag and our YouTube as well. So we are going to be pumping out content that is very specific to that topic. It's not going to be similar to this kind of podcast where we go over a generalized topic of a lot of different topics into one. This is going to be specific information that helps you, your family, your friends know what to do when they face these types of situations.
Correct. Yeah. And we're going to start out with the 5 stages of inheriting a home, which will be our first weekly segments that are going to be coming up. And mostly it's just kind of making sure that everyone understands the process. I mean, oftentimes people are very, very overwhelmed when they inherit a home. Someone's passed and they have to take care of the house to get it ready for sale. And we just want to be able to show what a resource we are to help and what needs to be done first, what needs to be done second, what needs to be done third, what needs to be done fourth, what needs to be done fifth. And every one of those is to call us.
Yeah. And I think that we just noticed that there wasn't a real clear, compassionate path of information out there. And we want to make sure that we get that to everyone because we really do a lot in those situations and relieve a lot of the stress from the families in these types of situations. It's one of a really special thing that we do in our business. So we want to make sure that everyone was aware of it.
And everyone learns about what it takes because it's a big job. So it's what it takes. And
so we really appreciate you checking that out.
Yep.
And we'll be definitely putting out some more information. So if you could like and share that with people that you love, we definitely greatly appreciate it. So
absolutely.
Yeah. One of the other things that we're doing this year, new year, new stuff, is we are looking into rebranding our podcast.
Yes. We no longer drink wine.
I know.
So.
Well, we started this podcast right after COVID when it was acceptable to just drink all day. So we said wine and wine, real estate uncorked. And, obviously we're not drinking at 11 a.m. anymore.
No more day drinking.
And the last couple podcasts we did, during Christmas, we had a glass of wine.
And we might still do that.
And we might every now and then, but we really want to rebrand it more on providing quality information that people really care about and that is very compassionately focused on helping empower our clients and friends.
Yep.
So I have a challenge to all of you. If you could help us with an idea of a podcast name, we will, if we pick yours, we will be giving a gift card.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. So I don't know where we're going to give a gift card to, but we'll do something fun. So give us your
gift card to a wine store.
Yeah. Give you all the wine we're not drinking. That's what we'll be doing. But yeah, no, we really appreciate it. We know that we get a lot of good feedback on this. So we're keeping it going just as natural and, we just bounce off ideas off each other. So keep that in mind for the new name.
Yeah.
But I think the wine and wine is just something that we're not as focused on anymore. We just really want to provide great information, great topics, and have fun while we're doing it.
Yeah. Bourbon and something.
We're not doing alcohol.
Well, as always, I want to make sure everyone knows how grateful we are for all their help and all the fantastic clients that we serve and all the people that they refer to us. So I always like to say thank you.
Yeah, we're excited. It's going to be a great 2026.
Absolutely.
We are ready. So if we can help you in any way, you have any topics you'd like to hear about or anything that we can cover this year, send them in. And thank you so much for supporting us, sharing with your friends. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great day.
Bye.